Alright, so we got the Impala back up on the lift. We done took it up, unhooked the exhaust from this header, that header as you seen last time on the other video. We left that unhooked. So we're gonna pull the plugs out of here, and once we get the plugs out both sides, undo the headers. Don't forget about the dipstick on the LS's. Gonna pull that out and hopefully drop them right out the bottom. So
5 minutes.
Maybe 6. So, all right, we're gonna take these spark plugs out, and we'll be back as soon as we get the spark plugs out. All right, we already got the passenger side out. We're gonna pull the driver's side out, which should just fall right out. Which we just put that thing up there with all that silicone on it.
Nice.
Very nice. All right, we're gonna test fit one of them. Let's see what happens. All right, so here's a comparison. New headers, old headers, yeah. The tubes is a hair smaller on here, but sometimes having a daily driver, you gotta get it up off the ground, where I think these are gonna fit a whole lot better up off the ground, because that right there was always hanging below. The collector was always hanging below the transmission. And I'm hoping that these new headers will be above the transmission. They don't look, well, I mean, they're definitely different looking. So I'm gonna try to stick this one up in there, see how hard they are to get up in there, and maybe hopefully easier. I don't know. We gotta take it back down and put a gasket and all our stuff up there.
Want me to hold it?
Uh-oh.
Fitting the steering. You want me to stop it?
We're hitting something. Well, that's not good. All right, we'll probably have to put it back down on the ground, see what it's hitting up in there, because I don't want to slide forward for some reason. So we're gonna get it back on the ground, look at it. All right, so the headers are hitting the frame, the crossover. I'm gonna stick it up there, you know, I don't know why they can't make a set of headers that don't hit the frame. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna stick this up there. We got the other one in. We don't have it finalized. We got a couple bolts in it. We don't have to do nothing with that one. But just stick this up there. And the back, we can get a bolt on one side or the other. So if you come over here, if you see, I don't know, yeah. Well, right there where that brake line's at, it's hitting that frame. And it ain't letting it lay flat up there, and I can't get the bolts in there. I can get either this side of the bolt in, or I can get that side of the header bolt in, because it's kicking it out. So I'm gonna have to take this down and do a little massaging on it. I don't know. I don't understand why these headers are supposed to fit without no
Massage.
yeah. But you can hear it hit. You can hear it hitting the frame right there. It's sitting right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you see it? See where it's scratched up right there? I'm hitting that. So I have to go over here and massage it a little bit. And I really kind of makes me a little upset. You pay all this money for these headers, and you got to massage them a little bit to get them in there. After I was told you didn't have to, anyway, upsetting. All right, let's go out here and massage it on a little bit. All right, there's two different spots we had to bend. We had to do a little massaging on. I tried to use a 1/4-inch plate to make it look a little better. Well, it wasn't going fast enough for me, so I just used a hammer on it. This right here was the first one we did. Once we got that one off the frame, then this one here is hitting the frame. So then we massaged this one a little bit. Now we done bolted them on there. We got the back bolt on, got the front bolt on, ran them in, and they was nice and tight, and it was barely off the frame. So I think we're good. We're gonna let the car back down, take the passenger side one off, because we didn't have to do no modifications on that one. But yeah, see if you can show where it's hitting that, Trevor. So it's hitting right here on this crossover. First one was hitting right here. The first one was hitting right here. Got that one fixed, and then the second one was hitting right here on this crossover. So we had to massage that off. So now it's got probably about an 1/8 inch clearance in between the headers and the crossover. So now we got to clean the gasket off the block, off the heads, and install the new gasket and install the new headers. So once we get all, I know I'm not going to keep y'all around to clean off the headers, I mean the heads, because y'all seen it before. We're going to get it back down, take the, because the passenger side, it sticks up high enough. If you look at it here, you'll see the passenger side sticks up high enough versus the transmission. So I like that. But I think the driver's side is going to stick below the transmission just a little bit. I don't know. I don't understand it. There's our Holly oil pan we had to put on it. And you can see the Holly oil pan barely has enough room up there on the cross member. So, all right, we're going to clean some gaskets off and get back to installing the headers. All right, it's the next day. I got too aggravated last night to put those headers on, but we did get everything cleaned up on the heads to get ready to put the new gaskets on. And when we took the old ones off, the old headers, I'm hoping y'all can see this. That's a bare wire coming from the starter. So I reckon I got the wire too close to the headers before. So I've got to take the, I got to cut that wire off and make a new wire for the starter so it won't burn up. So I'm gonna put y'all back on the tripod and go cut that wire off, and it goes up to the top. So I might just run a whole new wire and put a disconnect on it. That way when we get ready to, I don't know, pull the motor again, whatever, we can just unplug it without getting in there, unhooking everything. So I'm gonna shut y'all off, put you back up on top of the tripod, and we're gonna go from there. So I was just gonna go ahead and try to rig it up and just cut it right there. I'm just gonna drop the starter on it and unhook the wire, just run a whole new wire up through there. That way I know it's done right. And yes, I've unhooked the battery because I don't want we already had the 4th of July. We don't need it here in the garage now. So I'm gonna go find a wrench, take that off, and just run a whole new wire all the way up to the top where it hooks into the regular harness at. So let me get the wire and everything, and we'll be back. All right, you should be able to see it a little bit better now. All the bare wires. Get all the way down through there. Yep, she was stuck to the header last night when I was trying to pull the header out. I was like, what in the world? Well, there you have it. It goes back here. I got a butt connector there. So I'm going to use this white wire, and I'm going to put a male and a female there so I can just unhook it if we ever decide to pull it out, which I hope we never do. Because if we do, it'll be a pain in the butt. That's where we're at. So I'm gonna cut this. Well, I'm gonna run this down and to the starter and get all that hooked up without hooking this up first. That way, if I need to reroute it any which way, I can reroute it. So I'm hoping I can go down through where I got the crank sensor. I got to cover a shield over that to keep heat off the wire for the crank sensor. I'm hoping I can take this down through there too. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna do the driver's side headers, and like before, let me see here. I like using the red RTV silicone high temp gasket maker. I like using that on all my header gaskets. I've got them all on Old Blue, the wood truck, anything we put headers on. I use the red gasket maker. It just helps with the imperfections in the headers and in the heads. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt to get to, but there you go. All right, so now I'll stick the other bolts in it, tighten it up. I ain't gonna be able to do the passenger side over there because I gotta tap out one of the holes in the back. It's kind of wobbly and I don't want to mess with it. This side here is pretty good, but that side over there, tomorrow after church, I'm gonna tap it out and put the bolts in that side over there. I'll probably bring y'all along for that too. That way you can see the final result of it. So I'm gonna tighten these things up real quick and I'll be back. All right. So as you see, we got the driver's side in. Besides the red gasket maker, I like putting some anti-seize on the bolts because it's the steel bolts going into aluminum heads. And next month when I take the heads back off, for what reason, I don't know. I'm sure I'll be doing something to it next month. They should come out pretty easy. I know a lot of people on the channel here has these kind of Impalas and has done some LS swaps. Tell me what kind of headers y'all use. How much modification you gotta do to them. I just had to beat this one here just a wee little bit to get around the cross member of the engine. So let me know what kind of headers y'all use. Do y'all gotta do any modifications to them or what? Because I've had 3 sets of headers on there. These ones here these ones here fit up way better than any other ones, but still I do a little modification to them. Not modification, but modification. So tomorrow I gotta fix the threads on that back bolt and do this side here, and we can start up and listen to it. So we'll be back here tomorrow, just in a jiffy. All right. We thought we hit record when we was putting the other header on today. We got home from church and we went and got a tap and die and all that stuff, and we fixed that back hole. But anyway, we got the other header on. I'll bring y'all in here to show y'all the other header. There's the other header. I like these headers for one thing. They ain't laying on the spark plug wires, so that's a plus. This side over here is a mess, but yeah, I like that because they don't hang on they don't mess with the headers, the spark plug wires. So I gotta hook up the battery. I'm gonna start this Joe up, see what it sounds like, which is just gonna be open headers. That's about the only make it sound really good, have open headers. Yeah, like I said last night, comment, all you guys that's swapped out your LT1s for LS motors in these Impalas, and tell me what kind of headers y'all run, and you got to do any fab work on them, little modification, whatever, to make them fit. And I reckon motor mounts matters, because these are set up for another motor mount. I don't know if that's the case, why they don't fit just right. I can find out. But anyway, I'm gonna start this thing up. Let's see if it runs still. We anti-seized all the bolts, all the spark plugs that we put in. That way we get ready to take them back out, they ain't gonna be stuck in the head. Battery might be dead, I don't know, let's see here. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Got a little smoke coming off of them, I reckon. Burning that gasket maker. So there it is. New headers. Now I gotta go take it to the exhaust shop sometime this week and get the exhaust put on it. And then Tabby can come back and pick this thing up. Hopefully we won't be working on it no more. Fingers crossed. So hope y'all enjoy this one. I know it took me several days to do it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment what kind of headers y'all use. So next time I buy a new set of headers with the Hope and Ankles, these right here are the most expensive headers I ever put on a car that I've ever bought. So make sure y'all go to Facebook, McNeil's Garage on Facebook. We got have some videos in between these YouTube videos. So, all right, like, subscribe, share, and hope we're gonna be getting Trevor's truck back in here this week. Start pulling the motor out of that, do the LS swap in this 94, 95 truck. So, like, subscribe, share. Sean McNeil, McNeil's Garage, saying see y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed.